Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is factorization exercise 5.2 and it's question number 2 and 4 we have to solve today. They are different from the type of first factorization we did in question number first, and question number 2 is 3x4 plus 12y power 4. 3x4 plus 12y power 4 solution. This is an algebraic expression that contains two terms. So when we factorizing, first we'll see is it applicable to solve it by type 1. Type 1 mean can we solve it using type 1 in which we can take common from the whole expression. That is possible because the 3 is common from both these terms. How 3 is common? Because this is 3 and this is 4 multiplied by 312. So we can take 3 as common. So type 1 is applicable here. We will take 3 common. Then inside bracket we have x4 plus 4 y power 4. If we take 3 as common, it here we left x4 plus 4y power 4. Now as 3 is common between these two expression, next what we do in this type, as you know, we have two expressions here. So in order to solve two expression, we have to use type 3 to make a complete formula, that is of a plus b whole square is equal a square plus b square plus 2ab, or either we will use a minus b whole square, that is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now to make this type of algebraic formula, it means to make this kind of expression and then close it, we need to add and subtract something. Here we have two terms, it means we will generate third term, and to generate third term we have to add 2ab, and at the same time we will subtract 2ab in it. Let's see. 3 will remain as it is. x4 is our a square, that can be written as x2 power 2, and 4y4 is our b square, that can be written as 2y square and its whole square. Now we have identified that a is x square and b is 2y square, so a square plus b square. Now adding 2a into b, adding 2ab, we will see a square plus b square plus 2a into b. Here a is x square, b is 2y square, plus 2ab means a is x square and b is 2y square. It means we have added, to make 2ab form, we have added 4x square y square. 2 multiplied by 2, 4x square into y square, 4x square y square. So what we add at the same time, we will subtract this 2a and b. We have subtracted 2ab, we have add 2ab, and at the same time we subtract 2ab in it. So after adding 2x square into 2y square and subtracting 2x square into y square, the term that we have add 2ab is joined with the a square plus 2ab form. Now 3, the underlying expression is a square plus b square plus 2ab. When we close it, it become x square plus 2y square whole square, and minus multiply them, 2 into 2 4, 4x square and y square. Three remain as it is. This is x square plus 2y square whole square, and this minus 4x square y square can be written as 2xy whole square. Now this is the a square minus b square form. The whole expression x square plus 2y square is our a and 2xy is our b. And you know that type number 4 of factorization, that a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. So we add minus 2xy once and subtract 2xy once. 2xy plus 2xy into x square plus 2y square minus 2xy. That's it. So students, you can see we start our factorization using type number 1. 3 was common between both the expression, and here the type in which second and fourth question in this type of factorization. To make the complete formula, we will first identify a square, then b square, and write 2ab. It means we have added from ourselves 4x square y square. 2x square into 2y square we add, and at the same time subtract. The thing which we are adding will make the complete formula of x square plus 2y square whole square, and the thing that are subtracting will become b square, and we will use a square minus b square as a plus b into a minus b and complete our factorization. So, and the next fourth part of this question is, then we complete the question number first. Fourth part is very much similar to this question, in which we have 4x power 4 plus 81, and its solution is very much similar to the second part. What we will do, we will again see type number 1. Is everything common between them? Is 2 common between them? No, this is 2 multiplied by 2, and 81 is an odd number which is not divisible by 2. X is common between these two terms. X present here, but here is not. It means nothing is common. So we will start our factorization type number 3 and try and make our a plus b whole square form. Let's see then. 4x4 can be written as 2x square whole square. It is our a square. And 81 can be written as, 81 is a perfect square of 9. It can be written as 9 whole square. So this is our a square, this is a square, and this is b square. To complete this formula, we need to add 2ab, and at the same time we need to subtract it. Let's see. Now a square plus b square, adding 2ab, 2 into a into b, and what we are adding we need to subtract as well. 2 into 2x square into 9, because we are trying to make this form a square plus b square plus 2ab. Mostly we will made a square plus b square plus 2ab form, because if we made this form, then plus 2ab cannot be written as into its product. This is 2x square plus 9 whole square, and this is 2ab form. Again I am marking a red line here to show that this is the a square plus b square plus 2ab form. I will mark this line and close this form. We have identified a and b, and also find out our a square plus b square plus 2ab formula. A square plus b square plus 2ab formula. Closing this formula, we have 2x square plus 9, and this, what is this? 2 2s are 4, 4 9s are 36x square. So we will multiply this. 2 2s are 4, 4 9s are 36x square, and 36x square can be written as 2x square plus 9 whole square will remain as it is, and minus 36x square whole square can be written as 6x whole square. 36x square can be written as 6x whole square. And what is this? This is a square minus b square form, where a is 2x square plus 9 and b is 6x. So a square minus b square form we have made here, and use type number 3 and type number 4. This is equal a plus b into a minus b. You can mention, because now this is a square minus b square form. We will add it once time and subtract it once time. 2x square plus 9 plus 6x into 2x square plus 9 and minus 6x. So this is the type of factorization in which two terms are given. In which two terms are given, we will make it a square plus b square and add 2ab, and at the same time subtract 2ab. Adding the expression will make it a complete square of 2x square plus 9, and here in this question x square plus 2y square, and the number that we are subtracting will make a square minus b square form after this. So students, we have completed the question number first, and so far these were the different types of factorization. I have remind you all these types one by one in exercise 5.1 and 5.2 as well, and at the end of the factorization topic I will conclude it and mark the question as well, the type of factorization and the method we will use in them. Let's move on to the next question, and the question number 2 is question 2 has its own different concept, and you need to learn it now and understand this concept. Mostly it demands that you have good understanding in maths, especially in multiplication and addition. It demands this question number 2. Question number 2 again factorize, and this is the fifth type of factorization. Question number 5. Type number 1 you have discussed taking common from the whole expression. Type number 2 you have discussed taking common from two terms, first two term or last two term, or rearranging if necessary. And type number 3 you have discussed a plus b whole square form. A plus b whole square equal a square plus b square plus 2ab, or a minus b whole square is equal a square plus b square minus 2ab form. And type number 4 is a square minus b square equal a plus b into a minus b form. And so far in question number 1 we have used type number 3 and 4, but here we have a new type of factorization, that is factorization type number 5. Before solving this question, question number 2, this question has method, so we will solve question number 2 and I will explain you the method how we will solve it. The first question is x square plus 14x plus 48 is the first part. Second one, x square minus 21x plus 108. First student, we will solve this, and after this I will explain you the method and give you some homework parts. Students, see, this is a type of factorization in which you always observe the first variable, either it is x, y or z, has power 2, then second variable has power 1, and the third variable contain nothing. Third number will always be a constant, x square x and no x power, x square x and no x power. So this type of equation is called quadratic equation. What this equation mean? Quadratic equation. And the method of factorization, quadratic equation, and the method of factorization we use in it is sometimes called midterm break. Midterm break. The type of factorization number 5, type number 5 of factorization, type number 5 of factorization is applicable on the quadratic equation, and the method to solve and factorize this equation is known as midterm break. And how will midterm break or how will factorize a quadratic equation? There are three methods to solve a quadratic equation. You will study this in class 10th, but here you have to study is the factorization, is called factorization of quadratic equation. Students, it is simple and easy. Just learn the basic trick and do practice of it. You must familiar with the tables. Students, what you will see in this expression, see what is the coefficient of x square. X square has coefficient 1. X square has coefficient 1. You simply multiply the constant with the square of x square. 48 multiplied by 1. 48 multiplied by 1 is 48. Now students, after multiplying, you kept in mind the table of 48. You need to kept in mind the table of 48. 48 के table, students, you need to learn the table of 48, that you need to select two factors of 48. You need to select two factors of 48. Then when we multiply, the answer is 48. It means factors of a number is obviously those two numbers. When we multiply them, the answer would be 48. For example, 48 has factor, this is rough work students, I have not started the question yet. 48 has factor 48 multiplied by 1 equal 48, and 24 multiplied by 2 equal 48. 3 के टेबल में 48, 3 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 16 इक्वल 48, 4 के टेबल में 48, 4 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 12 इक्वल 48, and in 5 table 48 not appears. In the 6 table, 6 multiplied by 8 is 48. Also in 7, 8, 8 multiplied by 6 we have done. 12 के table में 12 4 48 we have done, and 16 and up to so on, and 48 multiplied by 1. Now students, I have write cross sign is equal 48 and plus sign equal 14. It means from the factors of 48, we need to select any two numbers. When we multiply those numbers, the answer would be 48. But if we add the same number or given operation subtract the same number, our answer should be 14. Now see this, 48 multiplied by 48, 48 multiplied by 1, 48. But if we add 1 plus 48, the result is 49. But we need two numbers multiplying with each other will result 48, and two numbers whose sum is 14, we need to select those numbers. Now 24 multiplied by 2 is also 48. Maybe this lead pencil not visible to you, so I'll write with bold. 24 multiplied by 2 is also 48, but while adding 2 plus 24 is 26. It means these cannot be our factors. Now 16 multiplied by 3 is 48, but if we add them, 3 plus 16, this is equal to 19. We need to select two factors of 48 whose product is 48 and whose sum is 14. Now next number, 4 multiplied by 12, 48, but 4 plus 12 is equal to 16. 12 multiplied by 4 is 48, but 12 plus 4 is 16. It means we need that number whose product is 48 but sum is 14. Now 6 multiplied by 8, 48, and 6 plus 8 is equal to 14. It means our factors are that satisfy that relation, that the product of two number is 48 and addition of those number is 14. So 8 and 6 are the factors of this polynomial, are the factor of this quadratic equation. How we select this? We simply multiply the constant with the coefficient of x square. We will simply multiply 48 with the coefficient of x square and find the factors of 48. The factors of 48 whose product is 48 and whose sum is 14. आप कहेंगे कि 14 कहाँ से appear हो रहा है? 14 will be the mid term. Two numbers whose product is 48 and whose sum is 14 are our factors. Now 8 and 6 as our factors. So what we will do in the solution, we will write x square plus 8x plus 6x plus 48. Midterm break is a method in which you multiply constant with the coefficient of x square. The answer 48. Will write the factors of 48 and see those factors will be implemented. Those factors can be taken as solution whose multiplication is 48 and whose sum is 14. So we select 8 and 6. Now this becomes our factorization type 2, in which we take common from any two terms, because we see x cannot be taken from the whole term because x is not present in 48. 8 cannot be taken common from the whole expression because 8 is not present. 6 cannot be taken from all these four terms because 6 is not present in x square, and 48 cannot be common because it is not there in the first three terms. So we will take common from two terms. Type number 2, in you have studied in exercise 5.1 question number 2, x square plus 8x and 6x plus 8x. Now see what is common in x square plus 8x. It is very simple. X is here, x is here, 8 is not here, so we'll take x common. X common, inside bracket we have x plus 8. Now what is common in last two term? This is 6 and 48 is 6 multiplied by 8, 48. We'll take 6 common, and inside bracket we have x plus 8, as we did in exercise 5.1 question number 2, that after taking common from first two terms and last two terms, the answer of the bracket should be same, x plus 8 and x plus 8. Now taking x plus 8 common, if we take x plus 8 common, remaining we have, if we take x plus 8 common, students, I will explain you by removing x plus 8. If you remove x plus 8, remaining we have x plus 6. Remaining we have x plus 6, and it is the factorization of this algebraic expression. We will do its more sums, and different factors will appear there. Different factors we have to use for different numbers, and this method will be clear to you. See the second part, in which x square minus 21x plus 108. Again, the first rule is multiply the constant number with the coefficient of x square. X square coefficient again here is 1. So 108 multiplied by 1 is 108. Now we will use any two numbers whose product is 108 and whose sum is minus 21. This is interesting because in the first question we have a positive number. What happened when we have a negative number? We know the addition rule. Addition rule, what is addition rule is, if two terms are plus 3, it becomes 6. If two terms are minus 3 and minus 3, the result will be 6, but sign is of minus. But if we have two terms minus 3 and plus 3, they have opposite sign, they will be cancelled. So many different examples you have seen in the matrices and determinants in unit number 2 as well, that plus minus minus or minus plus plus. So 108, to make the factors of 108. So student, this is all rough work. This is all rough work for you. So I am doing rough work here, so you will explain with detail. Factors of 108. Now 1 is the factor of any number. If we multiply 2 multiplied by 54 is 108. 108 is not divisible by 3. You may use calculator. 104 is not divisible by 4, even 5, 6 can be a 7, 8, 9, 10. It is divisible by 9. 9 multiplied by 12 equal 108. Now 9 multiplied by 12, student, see 9, we have to select two numbers whose product is 108 and whose sum is minus 21. If I take 9 and 12, 9 multiplied by 12 is 108. But sum of 9 plus 12 is 21. But I need minus 21. So minus 21 can be made from 9 and 12. If minus 9 and minus 12, we have minus minus plus, 9 minus 12 is minus 21. At the same time, if we multiply minus 9 by minus 12, minus minus plus 12 nines are 108, and minus minus plus sign also. So it means minus 9 and minus 12 are the best factors for this question, and it is the factors of it. 9 plus 12 is 21, but our demand is that it is minus 21. So if we take minus 9 and minus 12 and add them, minus 9 minus 12 is minus 21 according to our environment. Adding these two numbers, we will get the midterm value, and multiply these two numbers, minus minus plus 12 nines are 108. So it is easy now. Again we'll write solution. X square, our factor are minus 9 and minus 12. Minus minus plus 12 nines are 108. Minus 9 and minus plus minus 12, minus plus minus 21. So x square minus 9x minus 12x plus 108. Okay, now again this is our type second of factorization, in which we take common from two terms, because a single number cannot be taken common here. So first two terms we have x common as usual. It would be different in the next question. It is not necessary that x is only common. In some question we have 3 exponent here, then the factor that is common in the first two terms would be different. X common, inside bracket we have x minus 9, and minus 12 is common, inside bracket we have x minus 9, because I have taken minus common, and minus sign will alter the sign inside the bracket. It was minus 12x and minus 12 is being taken common, so we have x. It was plus 108 and taking minus common, we have minus 9 here. Okay students, now I have explained you that while taking common from first two and last two terms, the answer of the bracket would be same. So I am gonna take x minus 9 as common, and inside bracket we have x minus 12. Many students will ask the question now, and I have heard this question in the class I am teaching. Why we have taken minus 12 common here? Sir, हम यहाँ plus 12 common ही ले सकते थे. This kind of question arise. Remember, our factor has been selected minus 9 and minus 12. Let's see कि जो students यहाँ पे कहते हैं कि यहाँ पे हम plus common लें. Again I have to solve for them. X square minus 9x minus 12x, again writing the solution. X common, x minus 9 minus 12 common, x minus 9 it was. So x minus 9 into x minus 12 is my answer. Got it? Now if student are asking, ये बात समझ आ गई, ठीक है, ये minus 12 और minus 9 इसके फैक्टर हो गए, और but student mostly struggle while taking common. Now see this, students are saying, okay sir, we'll take x common from here. Okay, we have taken x into x minus 9. Students are asking, we want to take plus common here. Okay, I am taking plus common. Plus 12 is common and plus 12 is common, then this is minus x, and 108 is equal 12 multiplied by 9. 12 is taken common, so x plus minus x plus 9. So factorization, the type of factorization number 2, in which we take common from first two expression, last two expression, the answer of the bracket should be same, but here is different. Here is x plus and here is x minus, here is minus, and in it 9 is of plus. So we have to increase one step for this, and we need to take minus common, because taking minus common will alter the sign. X would be plus now and 9 would be minus now. Now x minus 9 into x minus 12 is the answer. A student must write this equality. Most of you sending me pics of your classwork and homework and not using that equality, it will cross your question. Okay, understand? And third part now, for better concept, you need to do the third part as well. X square minus 11x minus 42. Again 42 multiplied by the square of x square, the coefficient of x square, the answer is 42 minus 42 multiplied by 1 equal minus 48. Now we need to select two numbers whose product is minus 42 and whose sum is minus 11x. We will select two numbers whose product is, we will need to select two numbers whose product is minus 42 and whose sum is minus 11. Two numbers whose product is minus 42 and sum is minus 11 are, we need to see the factors of 48 for this. So x square minus 11x minus 42, to factorize this we need to see the factors of 42. Now 42 has factor 42 multiplied by 1 equal 42. 2 multiplied by 21 is 42. 3 multiplied by 14 is 42. And again continuing this way, 15, 16 is not divisible, and we will see 14 again, and 3, 14 multiplied by 3 will not write it again. Now I am saying that 14, we need to have two numbers whose product is minus 42 and sum is minus 11. Two numbers whose product is minus 42 and sum is minus 11. Let's see if I'll take 14 multiplied by 3, 42. I have selected that 14 and 3 would be the number to whom if I multiply I will get the same result. We need two numbers whose product is minus 42 and whose sum is minus 11. If I'll write minus 14 and plus 3, I will get minus 11. And if I multiply minus 14 multiply by plus 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 1s are 3 or 4, plus minus minus. It means minus 14 and plus 3 are my desired factor that can be used to midterm this term. Now solution: x square minus 14x minus 14 multiplied by 3 is minus 42 and minus 14 plus 3 is minus 11 na? So x square minus 14x plus 3 minus plus 3x minus 42. Now taking common from first two terms and last two terms, see x square minus 14x, we have x common inside bracket x minus 14, and plus 3 common inside bracket I have x minus 14. Now x minus 14, taking x minus 14 as common in the bracket, my answer are same. Taking x minus 14 common and inside bracket, if I'll take x minus 14 common, remaining is x plus 3. That's it. So student, this is the factorization. This is the type number 5 of factorization, in which we factorize midterm break. This method is called midterm break, because in all those questions we have midterm break, यानी कि दरमियान वाली टर्म को आपने break किया है according to the given specific rule. And such type of equation is called quadratic equation. The definition of quadratic equation is an equation that contains square of unknown variable quantity but no higher power is called quadratic equation. So students, we will solve question first, second, third, and the homework is only one question for you today, as this part is very conceptual and it contains very logic. So only question you need to do in the homework is x square plus x minus 132. Homework, please note it. The only part you need to do in homework is its part number. It is 4 part. Fourth part is x square plus x minus 132. Students, you will factorize this using the same rules. I will give you hint. Minus 132 multiplied by x square coefficient is equal minus 132. Multiply two numbers whose product is minus 132 and check those number whose sum is, here is 1. Two numbers whose product is minus 132 and whose sum is 1. You need to factorize this. Students, try to solve it. If you face any problem that you will face, you need to do what? Write the factor of 132 for your convenience. 2 multiplied by 2 6 are 12, 61 multiplied by 2, and 3 is not divisible by 3 on 4, 4 3s are 12, 4 multiplied by 33, 5 6 6 1s are 6, and 7 not is divisible by 7. Again you can see 7 12 multiplied by 11, and these are these factors. How you will solve? You need plus 1 here. It means you will take plus 12 and minus 11. So 12 minus 11 answer 1, and 12 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 132. So I have given you the factors of this question. You need to solve the its solution now. I will check its solution in your homework. Thank you so much. That's what we have in this lesson today. Inshallah, question 2 3 is the factorization. It means in question number 2 and 3 we have to factorize this quadratic equation expression. And students, if possible, you can solve the question 2 and 3 all the parts. That will be good for you if you understand the basic better logic of this question. Otherwise we will do this next question in our next class. Thank you so much.